Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Cathy, and it is October 12th. I was telling the group that we chat together before we get started on the live call and saying that I'm getting the message that for the healing today, and we're going to set up all of the other protective energies, that we're going to work on you connecting with your body where you may have pain and things like that, and find out what is actually the body mind thing of what is actually buried there or what's activated. I did that with someone. It was really dramatic. It was when I was still in Houston, which is what, 12, 13 years ago. And she said chiropractors, every massage therapist, she had this pain in her neck. She couldn't get rid of it. And I led her through the process. And it was her son who it was her worry about her son. He was an addict, and she was so worried about him. And then when we did the little process, which part of it had her telling him she wasn't going to carry him anymore, it went away. And it went away for a number of months until something else happened and she took him back into her neck. Once you learn how to do it, you can do that. So let us begin now. Heart source. For those of you who are listening to me on YouTube, the heart source and you're not familiar with it, bring your attention to the front of your heart chakra. Just imagine going deep within, that your just awareness is moving within. Some people are even able to connect with their physical heart and feel the beating. And now you're keeping awareness there, and now move around your body and go into the back of your heart chakra. Go deep within this time, as deep as you can. You may feel or sense that you're going through a tunnel or a hallway, an alleyway, it doesn't matter, but some narrow. And then allow yourself to step in to this amazing space called the sacred space. There we go. And now come out of there and go around to the front again and go into the front of your third eye, your brow chakra. And set your intention just to be able to see the violet flame that's there. Not really hiding, but most people don't know it's there. We're going to activate it in a minute. Okay, we'll activate it now. Just go ahead and ask violet flame activate. And the way that I have learned to do it, which adds tremendous amounts of protective energy, violet flame activate around each layer of my aura. So it's not just like the aura itself, it's each layer of the aura. And I find that is strong protection. And now come out of that area, go to the back of your third eye. Just go within. Amma tells me there's more stuff in there in the back of our third eye than we know, but she's not ready to spill the beans yet. Imagine, draw, intend a beam of energy from the heart chakra to the third eye. And notice how there's a connection there. There you go. Send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. It knows where to go. And it will stay there and now straight down into the center of the earth. And as Amma likes to say, you are now grounded above and below. So for me, this is truly walking between the worlds. It is truly being in connection between the third dimension and the earth, which we are supposed to be here, and the fifth dimension. Now, we've already got the violet flame around us. The other thing is, I am the sword. For those of you who have received the sword of Michael the Archangel, all you have to do is say, I am the sword, and it just activates within you, and it will go all the way through your aura. If you have not received the sword, or if you just like the experience of receiving it again, ask Archangel Michael to be with you. Extend your dominant hand, palm up. May I have your sword? And he will place the sword in the hilt of your hand. He will place the hilt of the sword in the palm of your hand. And just bring your hand around it. Mine, I can actually feel it. Those of you who are watching the video, you can see this is where my hand is now. Just bring it where the hilt is and the point is straight up, right in front of your heart chakra. Deep breath and just place the sword within your heart and it will spread throughout your body and bodies, I should say, your energy body as well. And anytime you need that extra protection, you can just immediately go, I am the sword. It's like with the, say, heart source, you can just go heart source. And it's there. And you can, anytime you feel like something weird's going on, heart source, I am the sword. Violet flame, you can bring all of that protection to you. Now just say, heart source, extend to the furthest reaches of the seventh layer of my aura, or whichever is further, biggest, or at the tips of my fingertips. And please keep increasing. Please keep increasing as long as my energy field expands, because as we do the healing, you're going to find your energy field expanding. There you go. And here's a real quick thing you can do for releasing congestion. If you're sitting at a corner or you're standing in line, just say, chakra spin, spin as fast as is safe for me. There you go. Now breathe in deeply, bringing in energy from above and below. Now you can ask it to spin even faster, but know that your healing team is managing the spinning so it is safe for you. They want you to be safe, even if you don't want to. But one of the things you can do is you can say, please raise my vibration to the highest level that I can handle at this time. And please align my encodement system so that I will stay at this level. I participate in an ascension ceremony on Friday nights, and that's one of the things. Please raise our vibration and may it remain there. And remember, with the heart source, you're connected into above and below. So third dimension, fifth dimension. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to set the healing lecture room. This is something I adapted from the Melchizedek method. So to give honor to where it goes, Alton Camadon brought this in. There's a floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us. There are pillars of light in each corner. And there are members of the angelic realm totally surrounding the healing lecture room from pillar to pillar and back to the first pillar. And the angels from the bands that you need, like Michael's band or Raphael's band or Gabriel's band, they are the ones that are there and they were coming. And then there is a central pillar. And in the central pillar, you can invite all the ascended masters that you would like, all of the beings that you would like to be there. And I ask for those that come in, and the two that always come in immediately with me, almost always, I think once it didn't happen, was Yeshua and Buddha. They come in. There you go. And I'm being asked to remind everyone that Buddha came in to open the third eye, Jesus to open the heart, Yeshua to open the heart. And that's what Amma's been talking about for 7 months, hasn't she? The importance of opening the heart. And also in the central pillar are the Chohans of the first 12 rays. Some of the Elohim are coming in today. There's the Golden Elohim. Golden Elohim was the one that gave me the information for the book on the creation of form. If you don't have that book, I think you would probably really enjoy it. And then all of Amia is the a collective energy. And they gave us this long name, and I never can get the whole name. And when they first had me do it, they had me sing the name out, and I've shortened that probably 30-letter name to just a few letters. And they are here, and they are joyfully surrounding you. I always knew them as Amma's healing friends, and they are coming today. And Amma's healing friends work with people of a higher vibration. Now, if people call them in and they're not, vibration isn't it the same thing? They don't say, no, we're not going to work with you. They call in others who are experts in that vibration. Everybody kind of has an expertise. And they are going to come in today because evidently the people we're going to be attracting are people of higher vibration today. And Hilarion, the Chohan of the fifth ray, the ray of healing, the green jade ray, has stepped out and is inviting you to please. There is a green jade chair behind you to sit in it, to relax, and know that even though we talk about green jade, you think of the stone of jade, which is hard. This is a very different jade in that it will adapt on the energetic level to what is the most comfortable for you. And here's something new that's going to be happening that we've asked in the past for the exact vibration of love needed to release whatever. This, we are asking for the exact vibration of love needed to resonate throughout your body. They want me to use vibrations, the exact vibrations of energy needed to move through you to elevate your vibration on a more permanent level. And now I want you to focus on something in your body that is tense, tight, hurting. Just bring your attention there. Some of you went out of your heart source. Just say heart source. And now from your heart source, if you have a pain in the neck, a pain in your back, pain in an area of like even your knees, wherever, it doesn't matter. And now focus on that area. And think of it as you're doing this, focus on the area as this is an aspect of yourself that you're going to talk to. So those of us who have pets, you know that you're focusing on them and you're getting their attention. Your body knows what it's saying and it wants to communicate with you. So just focus on that until you feel that you have its attention. Now ask, what's there? You may get a feeling, you may get the name of a person. You may, who knows what you'll get? What's there? And don't get all tied up in knots if you don't get anything, because your healing team is working with you. Just focus on that area. And you can also ask, who's there? If you get a who, ask, why are you here? Why are you there? Why are you here with me? If you get an emotion, again say, why are you here? What are you trying to tell me? If it's anger, if it's fear, if it's frustration. And a good thing when you get a feeling is, whose anger, whose fear, whose frustration? Because sometimes it's not just our feelings, we're carrying the energy of others. And Archangel Michael is making himself known to me so that I can have you notice that Archangel Michael is with you, and he is a transmuter. He does a number of things, but he is a transmuter of energy. That is what the sword does. For some of you, if it is just, quote unquote, just a feeling, you find out what it is. So if it's fear of what? If it's anger, anger about what or at whom? We're going to deal with a feeling first. You can use the sword and place the sword in there, or you can say, once you get all the information of the feeling, of what it is, all the information you want to know, like where did it come from? How much of it is yours? How much of it is someone else's? Thank you for the information. I don't need you anymore. Leave now. Take a deep breath and blow it out like it's a cloud there. You can also use Michael's sword and ask the sword to go in there and to transmute that energy to love. And still breathe it out. Feel the love that is there. Fill it with love. So when something leaves, go ahead and ask for the highest vibration of love possible for you to fill that space. There you go. Now, if you got a person's name, if it's a person you don't know, let's say you got the name Arnold and you don't know an Arnold, you can just say, why are you here? You do the same if it's somebody you know. Some people get mom or dad or somebody that you know that has passed on. Sometimes it's someone who is still alive. And many times those people are some that are very concerned about you for some whatever reason, or they are attached to you in such a way that they are asking for your help and your energy to assist them. So, with whoever it is, it's why are you here? If it's somebody you don't know, they may have just liked your light. They may have enjoyed your light and they went, oh, there's somebody. Some people who you may not know, they know much more. I call it the interplane background. You can help me to leave. And you can simply say, think of somebody that you love that has passed on, or a spiritual being that you are close to, and ask them to come and to take you. And all you have to do is hold your hand out, and they will take your hand and you can leave. Now, when it's somebody, family member, and let's say it's your mother, for those of you whose mothers are already gone, you can very just say, Mom, why are you here? Or whatever you called her, why are you here? And it can be any kind of reason. And some may want to say, why have you not completely gone on? Because if your parent or whoever is there as a guide for you, they are not going to cause pain in your body. If they're causing pain in your body, then they haven't completed their process. And sometimes you can have someone attached to you that died before you were born. They'd seen pictures of her. And so we have to release that. There's usually two basic reasons that people get attached to you from family. One of them is that they want to protect you. And another is that they want to ask you for forgiveness. If it's for protection, to protect you, thank them and say, you actually can protect me more if you will go back to God. I call it this life cycle, so that you can be totally healed and cleansed of everything. And they will then discover how protected you actually are, because they'll see all of that. If they have their own fear, or if they need to forgive you, ask you to forgive them, then that's between you and them about forgiveness, but you can still send them on their way. You can say something like, I forgive you, or I'm working on forgiving you, but you may not stay here with me. This is my body. This is my space. You may not stay here with me. You must leave now. There are some spirits who get attached to you, familial and otherwise. They can be stubborn. And it takes a longer time and more questions and stuff to figure all that out. So if you have someone that you find that happens, give me that's me or somebody else who does this work to do that. So now, if you have somebody with you and you haven't done the process, go ahead and to ask them to leave. You can even invite some if they leave. So I'd be glad to have you come back as a guide, but only after you go back to God and finish this life cycle. I am working on the process of what happened between us, but you must go back to God. You may not stay with me, and please do not come back to me unless I call for you. Okay, and now ask, may please fill me with the highest vibration of love that I can handle right now. Okay. Now, we don't usually do this, but if any of you who are here live have a question about this process, because it can be difficult and disconcerting and it can be wonderful all at the same time. If you have a question, just unmute yourself and ask, please. Okay. So that's wonderful. And now, okay, so what I'm getting is some of you still want to pray for those that are close to you. And so simply call upon your healing guides because they will help you with doing healing with others, and ask to connect to the healing team of those you hold in your mind and your heart. And now for the third group that we often work with, which is anybody out in the world and in the planet. Call upon whomever it is that you wish. It could be the angelic realm that works with Gaza, for instance. It could be the angelic realm that works with governmental figures or corporations, and simply ask them, send love to them and ask them to help bring peace. This was a couple of years ago. They increased the price of insulin tremendously, where some people can't afford it. People who don't have insurance can't afford it. And insulin, if you don't know that, was those who developed insulin, it was given freely. There was no patent because everybody who needed to have it should have it. So I'm going to just say, Father, Mother, God, I ask you to take the energy of the whole intent of the one who developed insulin and to lay that over every corporation, every pharmaceutical company, and may that go into their hearts. Oh, and healing guides, healing team. Mother, Father, God, we thank you for all that you have assisted us with in healing today. And now, encodement teams, we ask you to align our encodement system in such a way that we can easily hear, understand, read between the lines, hear between the lines of what Amma has to tell us today. Dear ones, are you noticing, those of you who have been working with the Sunday ceremonies for so long since they started, or even for the last year, are you noticing how asking for healing is not difficult? Then why is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult sometimes to ask for healing? There are several things we're going to talk about that today. First of all, and you've heard it said, and some people say that's just an excuse, and that is being at your life path of what is your life path and what it is that you are to learn from the physical ills that you have. You can ask, by the way, well, have I learned it yet? Or what do I need to do to learn it? Is there some way that I can speed this process up? I can tell you that the one thing that request doesn't work with is the asking for patience. You can't ask to speed that up. There's no way to speed up patience. But what you can do is ask for healing of the wound that is behind the impatience. Ask for healing of what's behind of your fear of missing out. Ask for healing of the wound. I'm not good enough. So you can ask in that way. And if you do talk to your angels and your guides and you find out, no, I don't need to have this anymore, whatever this is, then you ask your encodement team to align your encodement system in a different way. And there is a way to do that. This one is going to actually teach a class on that. We keep trying to get her to do it, and she is taking her time, right? So there are many ways you can do this. Ask. See yourself whole. For most people, most being, 99.99% of people. How about that for being most? You need to relax into the pain that you are experiencing. Relax into the difficulty. Relax into whatever it is that is there and quit blaming yourself. Did you know that tension, anxiety, blame makes the pain harder, more difficult? It does. When you feel like you have failed, and that's why you have the pain, when you feel that you're not growing, the pain increases. So you say, how do you change that? Go into gratitude, go into thanksgiving, and you go, I don't think there's anything to thank for this. Yes, there is. Because everything that you have there within your life is a teaching moment for you. It is not a punishing moment. It is a teaching moment for you. Imagine those of you, especially who were raised by families that parents, especially, or the primary caregiver, who did not talk to you about things, but tried to beat it out of you. We, Abba and myself, those of us on this side, we would like to talk to you about it. And you can sit down in meditation and say, Amma, why do I have to have this pain? Well, other times you will get the answer because you need to learn how to be thankful in the difficult times that there are. And there are difficult times right now. Give thanks for one person here, she had surgery on her foot. Give thanks for the pain of healing, the knitting together of everything that has happened. Give thanks for the need to slow down depending upon what is going on with your body. Think of that period several years ago of where there was so much with the pandemic. What was it like to slow down when the world put a pause in many places? Were you able to release the fear that you had? Some of you had to take time to mourn for the loss of loved ones. The world was slower, so you had more time to do it. Some of you had to struggle with being lonely. Did you discover that you did need people? If you are in thanksgiving and gratitude for whatever it is you need to learn, and you stay within your heart source, and you find out what feelings are caught within that pain, like you did just earlier in your healing, the pain will actually become less. It will become manageable. Even some of the most severe pains will lessen. I'm not saying it disappears, but it lessens. Be in gratitude for all things. After all, be in gratitude to yourself. You're the one that planned this. You're the one that decided what you were going to experience in this lifetime. And then you get dropped into this third dimensional world where you figuratively go through a river that erases all of those memories. Remember that you knew at one time, but you don't have to know now. Many of you, as you go on this spiritual path, are struggling mightily with imperfection. You think you should be further along in your spiritual journey. The abundance should be coming here now. I should be able, this is you saying, I should be able to not get triggered by that person over there. I should be able to stay in my heart source all the time. I've been practicing for years, and yet I don't. How terrible. And you take whatever hammer you have, hopefully figurative hammer, and hit yourself over the head. Put the hammer down and laugh when you do that and say, I guess I need to take some time to learn and to be peaceful. I need to take time to love myself. On a scale of 1 to 100, how much do you love yourself? Usually it's 1 to 10, but I'd like to do 1 to 100. How much do you love yourself? How do you know how much you love yourself? Many of you are very analytical, right? What is it you know you should do for yourself that you're not doing? What is it that you know you need to do for yourself that you absolutely refuse to do? Those are two things to look at that, oh, I guess I need to go down from 100% to down to 90. Maybe I need to go down to 80. And you go look at all of those things. And you go, I guess I don't love that myself that much. How do you change that? You change that by being in your heart source. You change that by talking to your spiritual connection, whoever that is for you, and share what you have upon your heart and take that pain and move it from your heart to your spiritual connection's heart. Because myself, Amma, Abba, Yeshua, Buddha, you may place those things in our hands. And what happens when you place those within our hands? You tell us that way that you trust us. And trust is a big thing, is it not, for this third dimensional world? You were raised in such a way that one of the things you learned was that people are not trustworthy all the time. When you take that which you are worried about and place it in the hands of the Creator, and you say, I trust you. I trust you to see all of the ways that things are happening, the complexities, the tangled web we weave, right? And I trust you to unweave it. Please recreate my body, recreate my mind. Please take out of my mind those things I am worried about. Replace them with the ability to trust. You are at a time in a situation in this planet in which there is much difficulty going on. There is much chaos. And not only is there much chaos, that's really hard to understand. Chaos is hard to understand, is it not? You can't understand what is happening. You can, however, take that lack of understanding, to take that tangled web in the chaos that you have and leave it from you and put it in my hands and in my heart. And then send love to all. When you find yourself angry, frustrated, in despair, when you find yourself blaming yourself because you can't let go, just take it all in a mess and put it in our hands and breathe. Breathe deeply. Yes, you have tools. Love yourself enough to use the tools. I love you 100%. Abba loves you 100%. All of us on this side, those that were created by us who are now on this side, love you 100%. We love you when you do not ask about us. We love you when you do not listen to us. We love you when you are crying and when you are angry, and our love surrounds you. Remember that. Write it on a Post-it note and tattoo it to your forehead. Oh, maybe not your forehead. You won't be able to see it. We love you. And yes, we have a sense of humor. There is nothing you can do which will keep us from loving you. There is much you can do to not feel our love because you're the one who cuts that off. You're the one who puts that block up. Open the block, which means open your heart and accept the love we have. And the more you accept the love we have for you, the more you will love yourself and others. You are needed, desperately needed by this planet as the chaos continues and people sort out what they're going to do. Yes, you are needed. And if you would like us to hold you in our arms, we will do that. If you'd like to talk over coffee or tea or a glass of wine, feel free. It is a little difficult to hear us if you're inebriated. So just one, okay? We love you. I love you more than you could ever imagine. My blessings to you, dear ones. I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and I am your mother. Rarely does Amma give me a long-term idea of what we're going to talk about. And even when she does give me a little idea, I'm always surprised by what she gives me, what comes through with that. And again, it's like I needed to hear all of that. I needed to hear that. Okay.
Thank you, Dr.
Take
Cathy.
care.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
Thank you. How's Sarah doing, Mimi? We prayed for her today.
Wonderful. I spent the night with her at the hospital. That's why I wasn't on the call earlier. And so I didn't sleep at all. So she's doing well, and the surgery was fine. It was all microscopic, and we will go pick her up later this afternoon.
And now the whole thing is don't let the kids jump on her.
Exactly. And don't lift the babies.
Yes.
Don't lift the babies. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Many blessings. Much you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Cleo. I know she's gone.
She already left.
Bye-bye.